Welcome back to the Magnet Cove High School Coaches Show. We're here with head football coach and athletic director, Coach Carmikle. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic win. I mean, great defensive performance. What a game. Here's what you had to say after the game.
What a fantastic game at Panther Stadium. A college championship opponent. How does this win feel?
Man, it's awesome. You know, it's the third conference championship in 5 years, and you know, told the guys before the game and at halftime, like we're a better team, all right? And you know you're going to go out and win. You just got to go finish, and they sure did that. In every phase of the game, just dominated that second half. Couldn't be prouder of them.
All right. Since you did win the college championship, you have the first round bye. How does that help your team?
You know, honestly, having a bye week last week, it's a little worrisome. You know, just because that's quite a bit of time of not playing. So we'll have to really make sure we keep our focus and get some good work in next week. Even though we don't know who we're going to play in the next round, kind of probably start to make sure that we don't get too much out of it.
All right. Well, great win, fantastic win. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.
How do you think the conference championship affects your team's confidence throughout this playoff?
That's big because, you know, that's your goal going into every season, and when you preach that and you have a goal like that, to be able to accomplish it, you know, your confidence level, rightfully so, is going to be very high. And so we're riding a lot of momentum into the postseason now, and we're ready to. It's a new season. Everybody's 0-0, and I think it's really wide open this year. And it's all going to be about who plays their best football in November, and hopefully it'll be us.
All right. As you said after the game, you're a bit worried since you did have a bye week the week before opponent, and it's a 3-week stretch with 2 bye weeks. How do you and the coaching staff plan to keep the boys focused during this bye week that we do have this week?
Well, that's the key, is making sure we keep our focus. You know, we've got great senior leadership, and our leaders have really stepped up throughout this last little bit of a run we've been on, and thought we handled the bye week before the Poland game really well. It's just a little bit different circumstances because we don't know who we're playing, and so a lot of the focus this week will be on us, you know, and fixing the things that we did wrong in the Poland game and previous games, and making sure we're as sharp as we can be and still be as rested as we can be. And so it'll be quite the task, but we're fortunate, you know, to be in this position, and so we're definitely not going to complain about it, you know.
Yeah. How does it feel to bring the Backyard Brawl trophy back home? It's
big, you know. This game, it means a lot to our players and our coaches and our community, and to be able to, you know, when we lost it last year, it was really kind of a backbreaker, you know, on the season, because if there's one game on the schedule you're going to pick to win, it's going to be that one. And so I know it meant a lot to our players, and I love the way they prepared for that game, and you could tell in the excitement that they had going and getting that trophy back that it meant a lot, and hopefully it'll stay in our trophy case for a long time now.
How did you feel about that fantastic defensive performance since they were backed up at the start of the game, that interception, and they had 2 defensive scores?
Yeah, that's the best defensive performance that we've had, I know, since I've been here, and this last stretch. And it really, you know, I've had so many people ask, you know, what's the difference in the defense now, and you know, getting a couple of key players back, really getting Jacob Hawthorne back, you know, for that Hazen game. It was great. His leadership is awesome to have on the field, and obviously he's a heck of a football player. But we were able to put everybody else back in the position they needed to be, and so now we've got 11 guys who are playing where they were meant to play, and they're playing with a lot of confidence, and they're undersized up front, you know, and I think most of the people we play are bigger than us on the line, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they're flying to the ball, and they're very, very physical, and to be able to score twice. Poland's offense is good. You know, they've put up a lot of points on a lot of people, more points than we've put up on those same people, and so to have that kind of performance in a game like that, I mean, it just shows where we're at defensively. We're really, really pleased with them.
What about the offense performance to score 30 points against Poland? Yeah,
you know, obviously 2 of those scores were defensive, but felt like, you know, early on we were a little jittery offensively, you know, and made some mistakes, but as the game went on, kind of settled in, we really played good up front. That may be the best our offensive line has played in a while. And so we're real pleased with them. We've got to get some timing issues fixed, and we've got to be able to start faster offensively, and we can't turn the ball over and put our defense in the binds that they were in. You know, the way we're playing defense, you know, we're able to play the field position game a lot, but in order to play the field position game, can't turn the ball over. So we've got to fix those issues, but I think we're still heading in the right direction. Offensively, we'll get a couple of those things fixed and hopefully be clicking in the postseason.
Who do you think the offensive player of the week is?
Austin Oates had a phenomenal game on the offensive line. He had several pancake blocks, and that Poland's defensive line is really good, and he was mauling those dudes quite a bit. So I would give it to Austin. But really, like I said, our entire offensive line played well. Alex Adcock probably had the best game that he's had this year. Julius McClellan had a phenomenal game at H-back, and just really, we really kind of imposed our will, especially in the second half. And even that last drive, we could have scored if we wanted to, and that's kind of been our MO offensively all year is to wear people down, and in the second half kind of take over, and that's what they did.
What about Defensive Player of the Week, since there was so many great defensive plays?
I would give it to the entire defense and to Coach Webb and Coach Vincent. They had a phenomenal plan, and it felt like all 11 guys on defense knew what was coming before the ball was snapped, and that's because of the way they prepared. And all 11 guys flew to the ball, caused several turnovers, and even plays that weren't turnovers. They ran a reverse pass on fourth down. Well, we knew it was coming. You know what I mean? And just from film study and preparation, everybody had it covered up. Obviously Hayden's pick six, and then Brett just stripping the ball and running it for a touchdown.
What we ended up calling.
We were able to get pressure a lot of times with the three-man rush. Just really, really proud of the way that we played defensively.
What are your thoughts on the quadrant of the bracket y'all are placed in?
Yeah, I think, it's a pretty good draw. Obviously getting a first-round bye, and so we get to go watch who we're going to play the following week. And being at home is huge in the playoffs, just that familiarity with your place. And you could tell from the atmosphere Friday night that it's just going to get better and better every week. The band was rocking and the cheerleaders were getting it. We had a great crowd and it was loud, and our kids feed off of that. So to be able to play at home, I think that's what makes it a good draw. Obviously, at some point, if you want to win a state championship, you're going to play good football teams. And so we'll have to be ready for that. But we're excited to have the opportunity.
What are your thoughts on the Mark Tree at Murfreesboro game this week?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I think that the advantage, just as far as mentally, probably goes to Murfreesboro. Mark Tree's got to travel about 4.5 hours, so that's a long road trip.
Ooh.
You never know how high school kids are going to handle that. Mark Tree's got some pretty good athletes, some kids that can run. They've got an offensive lineman he's humongous. He looks like Michael Orr from The Blind Side. He's a big old dude, and really he mauls people. And so they both have pieces to have a chance to win the game. So I think it'll be a real good football game.
All right, well, bye week this week, and then next week we'll play the winner of Mark Tree at Murfreesboro. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Coach.
Sounds good. Thank you.